My name's Lauren Collinsworth, and I'm a brand new Emerald. And I just actually went live on another Jules page, and I thought, you know what, I should just might as well come on here and share my story because I'm motivated and I'm dressed and I have makeup on and earrings on, so I might as well do it, right? I don't know if this will be approved until later, but so if nobody jumps on, nobody will jump on, you can catch the replay. So I really would love to tell my story, and maybe this will speak to you. Maybe this will provide you some encouragement. I'm going to do it in 3 parts. First, I'm going to tell my story. Second, I'm going to give you some practical tips of what I'm doing. Maybe it'll work for you, maybe not, I don't know. And then third is just encouragement, okay? So, my story is I joined in February of 2016. I joined for the products. I had just had my baby, my 3rd baby. I had postpartum anxiety and depression. And I slept every day, needed a nap every day. I yelled at my girls, my 2 older ones, because they would wake up mommy from a nap. I was irritable. I would lay on the ground, on the floor, and I was so exhausted. In the morning, I would think, who can I call? Because I don't want to do this. And so that's where I was, and I hated it. I hated the feeling, so I started Plexus, and because I did not want to be that mom. I didn't want to be that mom that woke up in the morning and dreaded being with their kids. I didn't want to be that person. So that's where why I started, and I slept terrible, and I did have weight to lose. It wasn't coming off anywhere near like it was, but I also was exhausted all the time, and I was shoving chocolate bars, organic chocolate bars, in my mouth. So I'm a nurse. I'm a crunchy mom, of all things crunchy. So I probably fit in that, eat your placenta kind of thing, right? So, I was like, I'm already taking good probiotics or whatever, right? So my friend had said something to my husband, and my friend's husband said something to my husband, like, it's really helped my wife. I feel like I've got my wife back. And my husband said, why don't you try it, Lauren? So that's history from there. So I started the products. Felt great, right? So I joined right at the same time as my sponsor did, and right as the sponsor above her had kind of started, right? So they weren't full on in the business necessarily, I would say, or I just didn't know really exactly what was going on. I had no idea what MLM was. I had to Google it, what an MLM was, because I had no idea what an MLM was, so I had to Google it, right? But I'm a nurse, and I love people, right? But I'm staying home with my mom. So I decided, I was looking at the testimonies on all the testimonies page, and I was reading them, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my mom could benefit from this. Oh my gosh, my friend could benefit from this. Oh my goodness, this person, that was just like her, So I told my mom to do it, my dad to do it, and my friend to do it. And I went silver in like the first week, right? Well, then some of my uplines had contacted me and said, Lauren, are you wanting to work this business? And I'm like, I have no even idea of what to do, right? So she was kind of explaining to me and everything, and I was like, let me just tell you, this will remind you of my story. I said, I'm in the military as well, and I said, when I was in the military, or I still am in the military, but in the beginning, they used to give you a $2,000 bonus for every person that you get to join the military with you, right? And I got 6 people to do it. And I was like, listen, if I can get 6 people to sign over their lives and join the military, I think I can get them to drink a pink drink. So I was like, let me just do that, right? So I started posting, and I was already very, very active on Facebook, share my life story on Facebook, right? And I'm not shy. I'm an open book about everything, right? And so I actually fast started gold the first month. And then I fast started gold. I joined February 21st. So I fast started gold in March, by March 20th or whatever that 30 days is. So I fast started gold in March. May I went senior ruby. May I went senior gold, I'm sorry. And then I also earned silver stars in June. I earned the silver stars in June of 2016. Ruby in October 2016, which is in 8 months. Senior Ruby, July 2017. And I ended at about 814 points, I think is where I ended at. My points were in July 2017, okay? So, I just shared. I never had joined about the money, but I'm really red, like really red. So I look at numbers and I, gotta put a contest in front of me and I want to do it, right? So I've earned Club 700 nearly every month that I've been doing this, pretty much, except for the last 2 months because we've been a little busy. So, So I earned Club 700 myself or whatever, and I have about, right now, I think I have like probably around 300 level ones, maybe 200, maybe not that much, maybe somewhere 250 to 300 level ones, right, somewhere around in there, okay? So, anyways, I share, boldly share, tell everybody about it, whatever, right? Now, I'll be honest with you, this is where my story is hopefully an encouragement to you, an encouragement to your teams. So in May of this year, so I ended October 2017 at about 814 points. In May of this year, I was in the 300s. Yeah. So several things happened. The August after I went Senior Ruby, I went on a month-long military training trip, and the speed of the leaders, the speed of the team, I was absent, I was gone. I tried to be there, I couldn't answer questions, I couldn't do things, right? But also, the two uplines above me quit the business. I want to maintain one plexus and everything, just their priorities are different now, and so they were no longer doing the business side, especially with my team. Okay, so it affected my team. My team culture was changing. I had to bear down and I had to do it, and I realized that this was hard and that it was up to me, that it had nothing to do with my sponsor. And so if you don't have a sponsor, or your team complains about not having a sponsor, or your team sends you messages that says that you're not giving them what they want or whatever, listen to me. You don't need a sponsor to do this. Plexus gives us everything. They give us opportunity meetings. They've got roadmap rank up. You've got team pages. You've got sideline sisters. You've got everything, right? No excuses. I don't want to hear it, right? None. Okay? So I locked arms with my upline, Natasha Ritchie and Kendall Herbst, which are on here. And I joined their team page, and I started running with it and started plugging my team in it and everything. In May, I told my husband, I said, I got to do something, right? I was still adding people, still hitting Club 700, but I needed something different. So I started messaging like 50 people a day. And I was like, hardcore, let's do this, right? June 1st, I signed the infamous Melody Hoppius, and she's amazing, and she helped turn around my business completely, give credit where credit is due, right? So she's awesome. She's taught me so much. I've learned so much from her. She's such a blessing. I am so thankful she's on my team. She's probably going to pass me up, and I'll be the loudest one cheering for her the whole time, because she's 100% deserving of it, and she's amazing, and she's awesome. And so here's some things told me she was never sharing, she was not going to share for 6 months, that she did not want to share. I knew she would do great if she would work the business. When she reached out to me, this is something I need to tell you about. So she told me that there were several people that she knew did Plexus. However, I posted every single day. My business was open, you guys. My business was open. So make sure your people know that they have to have a business open for people to know that you're open. You have to be open. And so she was like, you were consistent. I saw you posting. I saw you post this one thing that it hit me. I saw you posting for 2 years, and I thought, I'll never do that or whatever. And she saw me post something on anxiety, and she messaged me, and she said, Lauren, I would like to start with you. And I talked to her, and I said, did anybody else talk to you about Plexus? And she said, no, not really, or whatever, and she wanted to do it with me, okay? She felt like that I was somebody that she wanted to do her health with, right? To invest in her health with. And she felt like I was knowledgeable. I was putting it out there. I was encouraging her. I had an info group that she requested to be in, and she was looking at the info group, the informational group, and everything and stuff, right? So she joined June 1st. July, I think it was 16th. It's somewhere around the middle of July, right? I tagged her in this little, or at the beginning of July, I tagged her in the post where I posted about Leaders Retreat Cruise, and she told me, Lauren, I said I wasn't going to sell, I wasn't ready, and I'm like, okay, I just want to make sure you knew it was out there, and I was like, oh gosh, I hope she does this, right? And so a week later, she messages me, and she says, okay, I've been on the products for a month, and I am ready to share, because this is really helping me. And I was like, okay, I can help you write up a post. And she goes, no, I got it. And I'm like, okay, you just tell me when you're ready, or whatever. And she did, and it blew up, completely blew up. She's unbelievable. I'll let her tell her story, but she doesn't message anybody. They all come to her. She follows up with people. She has this huge network. She's unbelievable, right? So anyways, she earned Leaders Retreat Cruise in 2 weeks. She earned the shopping spree within the month. She was one of the top 10 credit earners for Leaders Retreat. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely 100% deserving. She's an incredible person. She loves people. And, okay, so here are my points. We're at 300 and something in May. And now my points were starting to climb because she starts adding these people. She earns silver. She didn't go fast start because it wasn't in her first 30 days. If she would have done it, she would have fast started senior gold, maybe even ruby, in her first 30 days. But she would have fast started senior gold. Now, she taught me some things. So she started doing incentives, like heavily incentivizing her team. So I started heavily incentivizing my outside leg because I was like, I'm going to do whatever she's doing because whatever she's doing is working. So I'm going to help. And I helped her and helped her and helped her. And so here are some things, here's some practical tips. That was my story, and here's some practical tips that I've learned from Melody and from other people in Plexus. I just love every jewel that I've ever met, right? Here we go. I made a level 1 thread, messaging, level 1 sellers thread. So I went through and I messaged every single level 1, if they were active or inactive or whatever. And I said, hey, 2 questions. Do you want to restart the products, or are you good on the products, whichever one pertained to it? Number 2, I have a message thread and it's for sellers. Do you want to be in it? It's going to be really active, but I'm going to be giving away prizes in it. I'm going to be give coaching in it. I'm going to be encouraging you and telling you how to post, all these things. Do you want in it? So 1 or 2, right? And they would say, I love the products. Thank you very much for thinking of me, but I don't want to sell. Thank you very much. No, 1, I don't want anything to do with Plexus, whatever. So yes, add me to that group. So you got this level 1 sellers group, okay? And so here we go. I got all these level 1 sellers. And I put them in a group, right? Here they are. Everybody on this side right here, both of these sides, are all my level 1 sellers. That's everybody on my level 1s that want to sell, that have told me they want to sell, right? Okay? So what do I do? So I started coaching them right there in the level 1s thread. They gave you permission to put you in there. Then you can do whatever you want in there. They can leave anytime they want to, right? So this is what we did. I incentivized them if they add 3 people. This is my level 1 outside legs. If they add 3 people, they get a massage. Because heck yeah, man, if you're adding 3 people, you deserve something, right? So give them a massage. I'm doing add 3 people, you get a massage, right? I'll do stuff like if you go super silver, you're going to get a rustic cuff or a Kendra Scott or whatever, whatever you're incentivized to want to be. If you're slow right now in your outside leg or slow in your level 1s, if you want level 1s going, you might do like every person if you add 1 person, you get a Metaburn. If you add 2 people, you get a lean. If you add 3 people, you get a Joyum. Whatever you want to do, go big, whatever. Melody tells me, you got to spend money to make money, girl. And incentivize those that are working. Not incentivizing raising the dead. You incentivize the people that are working. And this isn't necessarily giving money off. This is incentivizing them to use the tools that they are given with the prices of the products and the prices of joining to join. Okay? So I do that. We do things like this. I will do things like this. So there's so much stuff going on, right? In all these team pages and stuff. And you want to protect your level ones. You want to protect them from overloading, because I get overloaded, right? And what do? I always write a list of what do I need to focus on. So when I sit down for my IPA, I'm not like, oh, I got all this stuff, right? So what do I need to focus on? So I do that almost daily in my level 1 thread. I'll just get up in the morning and I'll say, things you need to focus on. 1, take your products. 2, blah, 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 right? So for example, last month was, one of the points was, 1, take your products. 2, make your first post if you haven't made your first post. 3, reach out to the amount of people that you have allotted that you want to reach out to, right? So they've knocked out their IPA right there. 4, go watch the Dare to Dream for the day in there. 5, register for Super Saturday. 6, sign up for the Slim Down Challenge. 7, remember you get a massage if you add 3 people. 8, contact your sellers and send them this exact same thing so they know where to focus on, blah, 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 right? So making sure that they're signed up for the Slim Down Challenge, making sure they're signed up for Super Saturday, making sure that, you're like pounding it into them because you want every person to be signed up for Super Saturday, right? So then every person that joins my level 1 sellers thread, first, as soon as they say yes, I would like to be in that group, that thread, I add them and say, hey, welcome, Lauren, you're, welcome to the team, we're so glad you're here. I want to ask you a few questions to help you get started. 1, and this isn't in the group, so everybody can see it, right? 1, when did you start the products, in case that they have been a customer for a while or they've been wholesale and now they're running to sell, right? When did you start the products? What have you seen on the products? What are you hoping to see, and why did you start the products, right? Or you can do why did you start the products, and then what have you seen, or what are you hoping to see, right? And from those 3 questions, you are going to make their first post for them. So I help draft. I say, okay, now I'm going to draft up her first post for her, and I put it right there in the message thread, and I'll say, I'm so excited, I've struggled with my weight since high school after I had my 3rd baby, I was so miserable all the time, blah, 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 blah. And I'm really excited. I've started these supplements, and I've seen them help all kinds of different issues from weight and hormonal imbalances and things like this. And I would love for people to try it with me. Would anybody want some more info? Right? Then you're also going to help them with their messaging, the message that they're sending out to people. So, hey, I'm really excited. Like if it's somebody that they know, hey, I'm really excited I started something, let me call you, or whatever. And then they call them and talk to them. And then you help them with their message, whatever that is. Okay, so you're starting them off strong. It's really simple. Add them to the level 1 sellers thread. Then, as people are posting, you're helping commenting on it. Now, we made a commenting group with our big team, which is better because that way your level 1 sellers isn't like bombarded. But their first Facebook post, I always put it in the level 1 sellers because they should be really built up. And then I tell everybody to friend request everybody, right? So it's creating those level 1 sideline sisters, okay? So that's what I've been doing. I incentivize on my big team page. Every 10 people, we give away a prize. So you can, if your team is growing a little bit slower right now, you could do every 1 person, every 2 people, every 3 people, and add 1 challenge. And once we get to 10, I give this away or whatever. I add 1 this week. And if you added 1 this week, then you get to put into this drawing or whatever. And I do like, a girl on my team makes leather earrings, so I buy them from her because it's supporting her. And these are all tax write-offs too. So whatever incentives you want to do, I do that. Add 10 this, add 20 this, add 30 this, shaker bottle, Plexus cup, t-shirt, blah, 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 blah. Had 100, you get a Joy-em, or whatever, right? So, that's what I do. It really motivates them. I mean, I think we've already added like 8 this month, and we're on day 2. I mean, this is incredible, you guys. I'm like, this is unbelievable. Mind-blowing, right? Completely mind-blowing. I can't believe this is my business. So awesome. Praise God. So, anyways, so you incentivize like crazy and build belief and incentivize your people, train your people, get them in level 1 sellers group. And then, what else am I doing? We do team calls on Mondays. Oh, Melody does really good at this. So I have 4 little kids. I mean, it's really hard for me. And she has adult-grown children. And she does team meetings at her house, like literally weekly, twice weekly, 3 times a week. They get together all the time. I try so hard to get up there. I tell her all the time, I'm trying. And she's like, I understand, And, and I'm going to start doing more things with my local people that are on my outside leg, and I'm trying and I'm doing better, but I've seen that in her business and it's working really well. She's really good at that. That's somewhere that I need to improve in. We host opportunity meetings, launch parties, online info parties. Shout out to Brooke Hemingway, who's amazing, and we use everything she does, we do, because she's awesome and amazing, and she does everything just unbelievably awesome. And all you other jewels that do awesome things on here, we take it. So I'm trying to look at my notes, make sure. Okay, so number 1, it's not up to your sponsor, it's up to you. You are the leader, not anybody else, it's you. Number 2, you can find a runner, you can find more people. And you guys, my business is totally 100% booming because of Melody, but also I had 670 points outside my primary leg when I went Emerald. So hey, that's good, right? And so my goal is to have that 750 outside my primary leg so that we can go Sapphire whenever it's time. Incentivize your level 1s or your sellers, whoever those are, have them duplicated down. I have a gold thread, and this includes Melody's team. I have a gold thread, which is super silver and above, and I do that same thing of things to focus on, and then I tell them you can do what you want with it, and I've encouraged them to have a level 1 sellers group, and it's duplicating down, you guys, and they're incentivizing their people, and they're leading their people, and they're doing Zoom calls with their people. It's awesome. People used to always tell me, make leaders. And I used to never understand that. But now I do. Like, I've really understand it. I'd be like, I'm getting 700 club every month. And I'm adding all these people every month. And all this stuff. Like, I should be, Emerald and stuff. But no, it's because I was trying to carry everything on my back. And instead, I'm like, hey, have you told your level 1 yet? Have you told your team yet? I'm not telling them, they are, It's really actually pretty awesome, and I love it, and there's such great leaders. Gosh, I have the best team. So, yay! Anyways, I just love my team, and it's been really good, and we're having a great, fun time. So that's my story. Hopefully that's encouraging, and I will see all of you in Hawaii. We're going to Hawaii. Yay! Okay, so, that's my story. Bye, y'all.